update on sports stories across the globe, Abi Yomon joins us from Abuja studios. Good morning, Abi.
Well, good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufai, and good morning, Dr. Abati. It's good to be here today. But before I begin the segment, I just want to pray for the repose of the soul of Somto Madwago, a dear colleague and a seatmate. May your soul rest in peace, Somi. We'll go into the stories we have today quickly. FIFA has rocked South Africa's World Cup dreams, deducting 3 points for fielding an ineligible player. Tebogo Mokena should have been suspended against Lesotho in March, and the sanction drops Bafana from first to second in Group C. Also fining Safa 10,000 Swiss francs and issuing Mokena with a warning. The decision drops Bafana from top of Group C to second. Level of poised with Benin Republic, but behind on goal difference with Nigeria and Rwanda on 11 points. Bafana will now take on Zimbabwe and Rwanda to finish off the qualification campaign, while Benin face Rwanda and third-place Nigeria in the final two qualifiers. The Super Eagles will face Lesotho and Benin in October, while the latest development has now thrown the group wide open ahead of the final round of qualifiers, with the top 4 teams standing a chance of picking the tickets to the World Cup in North America. And still on the Super Eagles, as part of the build-up to the 2025 AFCON, the Nigerian Football Federation has confirmed that they will play 2 high-profile international friendlies against Venezuela and Colombia in November 2025. Both matches are scheduled to take place in the United States. The Super Eagles will first clash with Venezuela on Friday, November 14. 4 days later, Eric Shell's men will square up against Colombia in New York. Their counter will be played on November 18. And now to the Flying Eagles. Nigeria began their Under-20 World Cup campaign with a setback, losing 1-0 to Norway in Chile. Rasmus Hurting's 9th-minute penalty awarded after a VAR handball check proved decisive. Nigeria dominated but wasted chances, with Karobo Ariahi hitting the crossbar early on. The 2-time finalists now turn their focus to Thursday's crucial group clash against Saudi Arabia. And now to the Champions League. It enters match day 2 with crucial fixtures set to shape the league phase standings. 9 matches will be played today. Atlanta take on Club Brugge, while Madrid are away at Carrot. Atletico hosts Frankfurt and Bodo Glimt take on Tottenham. Mourinho reunites with his former team, Chelsea, as his new team, Benfica, travelled to London. Galatasaray are in action against Liverpool, and Inter take on Slavia Prague. Marseille hosts Ajax. Bayern also have an away game against Paphos. And finally, to tennis, Roland Garros is saying they are holding on to tradition. The French Open will continue using lines judges in 2026, even as the other 3 Grand Slam rely fully on electronic line calling. While the ELC system first tested in 2017 and now standard on the ATP Tour has been widely adopted since the pandemic. But the French Tennis Federation says its officials maintain a high refereeing standard with ball marks on clay, helping decision-making. Despite players calling for consistency across all majors, Roland Garros will help the human touch for at least 1 more year. Well, that's all for me on the World of Sports today.
Right, still very sad on from the loss of our colleague. But real quickly, now that FIFA have docked South Africa 3 points, hope we will be able to get the job done, or we are still going to be delusional to think that if we don't get the job done, a miracle will happen somewhere. Because now Benin Republic leads. How are we going to be able to execute our matches and execute them effectively? We always blow our chances and wait for last-minute miracle. And now we'll start praying. Oh, probably Benin Republic should lose. South Africa should lose so that we can win. The ball is in our court.
Let's not forget Rwanda as well.
Eh? What did you say?
So let's not forget Rwanda as well.
Let's not forget Rwanda.
So let's not forget Rwanda as well. Exactly.
So like we play it well, like we don't play it well, the ball is in our court. That's just all I'm going to say. Because now, I know some people will punch their fist in the air and say, yes, we've been given a lifeline. But let's see if we'll still ruin the lifeline. Because for us, as a big footballing nation, to even be here in the first place with the South Africa and Benin Republic Benin that used to borrow players from us here. Most of our players who made the Benin national team, it's not them Ogubi, Muri Ogubi and the likes, and Razak Omotoyosi of blessed memory. Now, wow.
All right, so our permutations and calculators are back up to see how we can get through to the World Cup as a nation. And you know, what we had banked on, if we had won the last match, was that South Africa's points would be deducted and then we could have a fighting chance of going to the World Cup. But then there's again that conversation that maybe we should stay home. Maybe, since we didn't learn the lesson during the last World Cup, which we had said we were going to take the opportunity, having missed out on that, to to come back home and rejig our sports, our NFF. Unfortunately, we didn't take the opportunity, and here we are again with our calculators in tow and try to calculate, okay, if Benin lose 1 point, then Nigeria will lose 3 points. And we're going, let's stay back and fix our league, our local league. Let us raise our champions homegrown and also, work together to see how we can fix our football so that we become again the giants of Africa in football as well. We have AFCON ahead of us. Let's concentrate on that. Let's hope we have a good showing out at AFCON. But I think it's quite sad that now we see that there was an opportunity for us to sail, as it were, despite our poor performances in the first few games in the World qualifiers, to maybe go for the World Cup next year, but I don't know how this will be possible now. But the calculators are still up. Let's see what will happen after we minus and add and, subtract.
Okay, we're all in dark, in black, and we commiserate, with the Maduago family, our colleague who fell. But we also commiserate with Lewis Hamilton, who has lost his dog, Roscoe. Roscoe, 14-year-old, went into a coma, and then, he had to be eventually put down. Lewis Hamilton, losing his second bulldog, he couldn't attend a Formula One, tire texting program. So whether it's a human being or it's, Roscoe, tragedy on both sides. Very quickly, I saw the Super Eagles. Well, I don't know. We have to beat Rwanda. We have to beat Benin. We're meeting Rwanda away match. We're meeting Benin here at home. If we don't do that, then we should not start celebrating yet. Meanwhile, SAFA, South African Football Association, says is going to challenge the decision of FIFA. But they may not get away with that. It may not work in their favor. Chelsea is going to meet Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho now manages Benfica. But he says he's always a blue. So I think it's Rufai who is always a blue here, But I don't know how Mourinho is going to do that. But he says he believes in Chelsea. But he will train Benfica to win the Champions League match. Finally, they have this thing they call is it showboat championship?
Yes, electric boat.
Electric boat championship in Lagos, which is going to start on October 3. Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos says this is about innovation. This is about creativity. And he wants Lagos to be like Venice and other countries where you have had this electric boat championship. We look forward to it, and we hope that it will bring us, a lot of positive things as Governor Sanwo-Olu has promised us. Thank you very much, and our condolences, because you are there in Abuja with the main family mourning the killing, perhaps the assassination. But we say, the authorities should investigate so that we know exactly what happened.